put money on it.
Okay.
Right? And you can use that to go to U-Haul.
Okay, you can use vanilla at U-Haul.
There you go.
Okay.
Don't say, or don't get a vanilla, get one that says Visa on it, or the black ones. You know
Okay, okay, yeah, I didn't, yeah, because that was the only thing. It just tells us online that we have to have a credit card, and I don't have one.
Well, you can do cash too, but you have to pay an extra deposit if you're trying to get it.
If you're trying to do cash, okay, because yeah, we're trying to save his storage. And we got these plates. Did he show you these plates?
No.
It's a whole series of them. We've got the other ones tucked away, but there are these right here, and we got a camera up behind them. There are these, and they have the certificate of authenticity, and then we got, and it's these ones, the Rockefeller plates, and we've got almost, I think that's minus maybe one.
Where do you get these?
From Chris.
From Chris.
Yeah, no, he gets them from dumpster diving, seriously, he does.
Okay.
He doesn't rob anybody. He doesn't at all.
No, he's
but that's cool though, huh?
How is Chris? I ain't seen him.
He's all right. He's in the back. He's where Carlos was.
Okay.
But he's struggling. That's whose storage we're trying to save. Because,
Right.
we do know he gives us some cool shit,
Right.
and a lot of it, if it would get stolen, we had this, and I better find it. I'm gonna be so mad. It's a first aid kit. And I'm not sure on the date of it, or what era it's from, but I think it's either from Vietnam or Korea. And you should see the collection of microphones. He gave me this one, Byron. He has it put away. It's really cool, and it's really cool.
Yeah, just all you guys need is the cash. Which I'm about to see what I can do to help out with cash.
And one day to be able to.
Okay.
We'll get there.
Want me to go?
Okay, yeah, go bug him.
All right.
All right, I'll be up in a minute.
Okay.
Bye.
Down there talking to CC, she was showing me some plates. Yeah, talking about she wanted me to help save Christmas, so we get some shit. She's like, oh shit, how you get this from? What, man? Y'all got me on some crazy shit.
Like a hammock chair.
Is that a hammock chair?
Yes.
Let's see here. Ugh. She's not answering. It's only like,
Hello, you have reached Phoenix Dental Hygiene. We apologize, we can't answer your call. Please leave your name, number, and a brief message, and allow us 48 hours to return your phone call. Thank you and have a great day.
Hi ma'am, this is Mo. I'm just calling to see if we can set up another appointment for this Thursday for one of my clients. Well, for two of my clients, most likely. But I want to see what time is a good time for us to show up to the office. Could you give me a call back at 720? Thank you, ma'am. So I'll set it up, make sure that you go in. If not, then if she's at a mobile place, then as long as it ain't like the place last time, because she goes to rehabs and shit like that. So let's go there. No matter what, this week I'll take you. So we'll do that. But yeah, let's do that. I guess we'll just set it up and do it that way.
Alright, cool.
Oh, what about the all health shit? CC said you ain't do shit, dude.
I'm in busy trying to move on this shit, so.
Do you need me like to set it up for you?
Yeah.
Cause I did that. I had to do that, brother. So
Yeah, do that.
I can do that, but I'm eventually gonna need you to be there.
Yeah.
So I can set it up. So this what was it, Thursday? I'll come here whatever time she says, which she usually has us in the morning or whatever. So I'll come here. We'll set up your all health again, but we'll do it here. And because I can't, they won't give me access unless you give it to me. You know what I'm saying? So I can set up your appointments and shit.
Yeah.
So we'll do that. All right. All right. Well, that's pretty much it, bro. We'll just do that. You're good. But we gotta start getting this ball rolling, especially with the situation going on here.
Yeah. I'm good.
sure?
Mhm.
All right.
They just really get the ball rolling.
Yeah, let me get some crazy ass job. All right.
That ain't no stick toy swing, man.
Huh?
They don't take stick toy swing, man.
I'm gonna take that damn thing. My bad. Like, welcome everybody to a new episode of Colfax Ave. Here I'm with somebody that I've been out there with for a long time, man. A good friend of mine, my buddy Byron,
Or Mac.
or Mac, sorry. How you doing today, bro?
All good, good.
So what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna get into it and go straight to it and talk about you, buddy. Where'd you born?
I was born in Puerto Rico,
Puerto Rico?
San Juan.
Really?
My dad was in the service,
Oh, you busy?
Air Force.
How long? So did you grow up in the service, or?
Nah, we came back over here, over to the States when I was like 2.
Okay.
Texas for a minute, and then back to Colorado.
Okay.
So
What-
been here ever since.
And what neighborhood did you grow up in?
Park Hill.
Okay.
My cousin them stayed on the east side, so I went over there with them because it was much funner and didn't have no rules like you had over here with mom and them. So
Right. So you was hanging out with your cousins and
Yeah,
getting in. How was your
doing the
school?
most.
They're doing the most already?
Mhm.
How was your school like? Where'd you go to school at?
I went to elementary. I went to Howland Elementary, then went to Corey Middle School or whatever. Then I went to South,
South High School?
and then ended at George.
Okay. Did you graduate?
Yeah,
Okay.
it took a couple years, but a couple years more. And I still
Right.
got it though.
But you got it though, so it's okay. You know what I mean? So childhood, how was your childhood?
It was cool. It was pretty cool.
2-parent home?
Hmm?
Did you have a 2-parent home?
Yeah, but it was I was rocky with my mom and then my stepdad, so
Is it?
moving that butt all the time, And she got tired of that, so she was like, "Here, take some of this pot of bleach and boil it in a pot of water. A big ass gumbo pot too. Threw it right on right there.
And burned you with?
No, my dad.
Oh, your dad did.
Yeah. So then she took off, and we moved to Wyoming. Stayed out there for about a year or two, and then they got back together. So we came back to Denver. You know what I'm saying? And then it was cool for a while. Then they started doing whatever again. So then me and my little brother was like, "Yeah, we gonna fuck your ass up, nigga. If you excuse my language."
No, you're
But,
good. No, you can cuss how you want to, buddy.
You keep on touching our mama, and he's like, "What you gonna do?" Pulled out the knife on him. He's like, "Huh?" And he just grabbed the knife, threw it away, and just pushed me on out the way. And then after that, she packed up and she left, went to Arizona, but she didn't take me and my brother. So we was kind of pissed off about that one.
Right. Right.
It took her about a year to come back and get us.
So did you guys move to Arizona, or did she just stayed out, came back to
No, we
Colorado?
went to Arizona.
Did you?
Mhm.
Stayed out there for a few years?
I went to high school down there too, also.
Oh, okay. What were you doing for work? After you graduated?
After I graduated, I got a job at King Supers, and I was the deli clerk or whatever.
Yeah.
So I was making some cool money at that time, I thought it was something. And then one day I got my check and I was like, oh, I got 300, almost $400. I paid all my bills, I'm good, you know what I mean? So I went to my cousin's house and was like, hey, Bruce, I'm gonna take you out. And he said, where you gonna take me? We going to the club, man. I got some money, I got some bread. How much you got? I'm like, this much. He's like, that ain't shit. He came out and put out a shoebox with bands of money, you know what I mean? I was like, oh, what the hell? What did you rob?
Right.
He's like, nah, here, take my pager and see this, and Joe chopped the shit up, whatever, and told me to go get it. And I was up till 5 o'clock in the morning, but I had about $1,500 on that when I got done.
So he taught you how to serve.
Yeah.
So how long
Rap
were you
after
doing?
that.
Huh? It was a rap.
After that. No more job, King Supers, and I was rolling.
Just trying to get it.
Mm-hmm.
So how long were you doing that, if you don't mind me asking?
Till I was about 23.
Right.
That's when they busted me or whatever,
How'd that happen?
Some dude that I knew, he was supposed to be really cool, but he ended up getting caught at the crack house or something.
Right.
And then he ended up telling on me and a couple of 26 other motherfuckers.
So what, they had an indictment or something like that and he ratted on everybody else? Or?
He just told on a lot of people. I don't know really how it went. But it was just me that they got. They was trying to get my cousin and Anthony and them too, but
Right.
But I wasn't saying shit. I don't know. Nah, it wasn't with me. And no, I don't know what you're talking about there, brother.
You know. Yeah.
So they dropped the charges on them. And then they got me for some, not for the 10 ounces of cocaine,
Right.
but for a quarter to half and whatever of some crack.
Right.
And I was so this undercover dude that was supposed to be my boy's boss or whatever. But I never did a hand-to-hand exchange, but they took pictures of the money and everything. So when they busted me, I had that money on me too. So
Yeah, they get booked on that.
so I got that for that.
So he set you up to the fact where he would not only rat on you, but that he'll do a stand-in for the post. Like,
Yeah, he was like, this is my boss, but really that was a undercover agent for Adams County or whatever.
wow.
Yeah.
You see, you can't trust nobody out here. So, how much time did they give you for that?
6 years.
Did 6 years?
Change, yeah.
Where'd you put you at?
In the federal FCI Inglewood, so I'm Kipling and Quincy out there.
Right. How long did you stay? So,
I did like 5 years there, and then I did the last of it in Greenville, Illinois.
Right.
Got in some trouble, whatever. So went down there, did
How-
the last of it.
how was your time in the feds, though?
Sweet.
It was sweet? How was it sweet?
Oh, man. Yeah, we did all kind of shit. Yeah, get smoked in, TV rooms was big, and you know what I'm saying? And you had their own little private like rooms, like 2-man rooms with the door and shit.
Yeah.
But you had to earn that. You had to get up to that status to get in there. So I finally got into that motherfucker, and then these other dudes, these two little pieces of stuff, but we were on lockdown, and they wanted the microwave, and the guard was giving them each roll and get the microwave, and they couldn't wait, and they was just raising hell and shit. And I was like, man, I gotta go to work in the morning, so y'all niggas better cut that shit out.
Right.
Pipe down till he get over here and bring this shit to you. I'm like, fuck you, man, get all right, well, whatever. So I went on and went to bed. Then like 45 minutes later, then I set the trash can on fire at the end of the thing. And so now they blaming it on me. So now they come and take my ass to jail. I'm like, man, I was in the bed, what the fuck?
How did they pull that off?
I don't know. It
So,
was crazy.
they set the can on fire
Mm-hmm.
and said, nah, Mac did that joint.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
So, where'd you have to spend a time in the hole? Or
Yeah. Yep. 2 weeks in the hole, and then
did you
they
lose your
shipped
job?
me off to Greenville, Illinois to do my last of it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So, after Illinois, you came back to Colorado, right?
Yeah, I released them out there. I got to catch the Greyhound bus back.
Right.
So,
When you got to Denver, what did you end up doing?
got off the bus, and my mom that was there to pick me up, you know.
Right. Did you try to go straight again, or?
Yeah, I got a job and stuff. I had to do the halfway house for a little bit. And then 5 years probation after that.
Whoa. Did you get through it pretty good, or did you have any hiccups then?
I had some hiccups, but my probation officer was a fucking asshole, but he was also really cool.
You gotta explain that. How was he an asshole, but pretty cool?
Because he'd be like, okay, you know, this is how I work, and then as long as you do this and this, you'll be good, you know what I mean?
Right.
At first, I didn't have to do no UAs at all.
Right.
You know, it was just call in every now and then or something. It was cool. Then I got a new one, which was the asshole.
Right.
So, but he decided to violate me, but his recommendation was for me to do 4 months in a halfway house at the end, and then I'll be done.
Done all papers.
Yeah, so then I did that, and I got off.
What drugs were you experimenting then? Or you just smoking weed?
I was just smoking with weed, a little bit of alcohol, but you couldn't drink or you couldn't smoke
Right,
weed
exactly.
or nothing of that. So,
Exactly.
so I
Right.
sneak my drinks in and alcohol, but you know, but
Yeah.
they wouldn't UA me for a minute, and then I got into a accident with my cousin Maurice. I hit his car. Well, I was driving his car,
Okay.
and I was coming down Billings, and it was snowy and icy, you know what I'm saying? I was pissed off at my other cousin, and I was going a little too fast,
Mm.
plus a little drunk, and then with the road, it veered like this, like that, You know what I mean? Instead of, and so I was trying to veer like that with it, but it kept on going straight. So I hit a trailer, a car, another car. I'm like, oh shit.
So what y'all do? Y'all just get out of there or what?
I got out, you know, because my cousin, I was back at my cousin's apartment already. You know what I'm saying? So I just jumped out and told him, hey man, I messed up your car. And then my other cousin, Bo, he had just got here from Oklahoma. And I just met him or whatever, you know, but then I came back and I wrecked his cousin, you know what I'm saying? I wrecked the car and he's like, oh, no, he started talking with him. I said, hey man, this ain't nothing to do with you, man. He said, no, this is my cousin. And he stole on me, bow. So I picked him up and slammed him down and sat on him. I was about to just tag him up, but then my cousin, Mo, was like, no. All right, so I got up. He said, man, it's cool, man. Don't worry about that, you know what I'm saying? And then the police was out there, so I said, all right, let me go and I'll let these take care of this stuff. And so I went out there because I didn't want him to be just stuck with the, you know, wrecked up car and shit, you know, whatever, you know what I'm saying? So went and took care of that. And then they took me to the hospital to see if I had a broken rib or something because I hit my chest on the steering wheel and broke it, whatever. But I didn't even feel that. I was like nothing, you know what I mean? He said, well, you know, the steering wheel's pretty bad, so we're gonna take you to the hospital. So they took me to the hospital, and then they didn't cuff me or nothing. They just left me in the room for 2 hours. I'm just like, where the fuck did the doctor go? Right. So I was like, got my coat, and I just walked on up out of there.
Say, forget you ain't waiting on him, huh?
Yes, but it all caught up with me, so, you know.
Right. How to catch up with you?
My probationer got a hold of it, and,
right.
You know, and then we got violated. And then that was it. And then I was over after I did the 4 months. It was good.
All right. So you did 4 months. Is good. When you got done with the halfway house, did you just use any of the programs they had going for you or anything like that, or you just?
No, I just went out.
Trying to get back out.
Got me a real good job. And,
okay.
You know what I'm saying? Doing flooring and shit, and working at Guy's Floor Service, and just, you know, driving trucks up the mountains, staying up there. They paying for it, everything. It was cool. Right. You know what I mean? And then I came back and then hooked up with this dude named Trey from Texas. And then so we started selling drugs and shit.
Started going right back to it.
Doing it again, yeah. Yeah. And then I met this girl at her parents was like best friends with Shotgun Willie's owners or whatever. Okay. And she had a bar across the street. So hooked up with her. And then the Chinese lady named Miss Young, she bought us a bar down on Leaksdale over there, so now I own a bar now, you know what I mean? Right. And I'm like, damn, this is cool. Right. And then so I'm selling powder, like, you know what I mean? Like, shitload of it every day. Right. All day, like, in the bar, you know, whatever, you know what I'm saying? It was cool. And then, but her brother-in-law, her sister's husband was the captain of the police were Glendale right there. Okay. And he would sit outside the bar and make sure, when it's closing time, make sure everybody went home and the bar was closed up good or whatever, and then he'd dip off. Right. So I was nervous for a while until I really met him, you know what I'm saying?
But so did you know what you guys were doing, or?
No, not really, but he just was checking, making sure that his niece was okay or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay.
So how long do you have the bar for?
About 3 years.
3 years?
4 years, yeah.
But what ended up going on with that?
After a while, they start bringing in the undercover people, like with the ID thing, you know what I mean? So, and she got caught one time or twice, but.
Oh, she was selling alcohol to underage people?
Well, she's supposed to ask for the ID first. Right. Look at it, blah, then poured the drink and beer, but she poured the beer up before. Okay. She didn't actually give it to him, she just poured it up. And then they was like, oh, bad, man, you know, like, hey, I didn't serve you, I just poured the beer up here. I didn't give it to you. And they didn't care about that. So you're not supposed to pour the alcohol before you see the ID.
So they ended up losing alcohol.
So yeah, so we ended up losing license on that one. So we went back over to the main bar. Okay. And then somebody ended up burning the bar down.
How that? It was just
killed the godmama and about 4 or 5 of our other friends that was in there.
So what happened? Somebody just
they robbed her.
Okay.
And then they burnt the bar to try to cover it up.
October 17th, 2012. A Glendale police officer sees smoke coming from inside Pharaoh's Bar and Grill. When firefighters arrive, they find 5 people inside covered in blood. The coroner says all 5 died of multiple stab wounds.
As to the charge of murder in the first degree after deliberation against young Suk Pharaoh, we, the jury, find the defendant Dexter Lewis guilty of murder in the first degree after deliberation.
Jurors determined that Dexter Lewis played a lead role in the murder of the bar owner and 4 customers. They were killed during a robbery, which netted a paltry $170. The place was then set ablaze.
We, the
Oh, so they robbed it, so then they did what they did, and then tried to cover it up.
I was just about to come up there. I was on my way, but then I stopped off and got something at the gas station or whatever. Time I got there, it was a wrap.
And so, what happened after that? Like,
It closed down after that because she died and
right,
had the funeral and all that shit. But, you know,
right. What did you guys end up doing after that? Did you,
I just hung out on the West Side bars and whatever, you know what I mean? I knew a lot of people on the West Side, a lot of Mexican bars here and there.
right,
I used to go in there like a superstar and shit, you know what I mean?
right.
And then I was on there. I was the only black dude over there, really. 11 years I was over there.
Getting
The
it
house had a house on the corner.
right.
You know, had some kids in the backyard and Rottweilers and the whole nine. You know, it was cool.
He was out there balling out of control.
And then her sister came and started like interfering and trying to call social services or whatever. And then she ended up taking our kids. So I mean, I was doing coke, like snorting coke and shit, whatever. But I didn't fuck with no meth or nothing. But
Right,
then the meth price went because of the droughts and
right,
the drug busts and stuff. So everything went straight to the roof. And I was like, I can't afford that.
can't afford the powder no more. Right,
And then so she had some friends from Wyoming or whatever, and they, you know, like, I don't know what this is. I tried to snort it and burnt the hell out your nose. I'm like, nah, I'm cool. Cool on that, so, you know. But since we were doing that messed up, then her sister was like, you know, fearing for the kids' safety and blah, 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 and all that little shit. And then they ended up taking the kids or whatever.
do you guys try to get the kids back?
Yeah, she got them back. But me, something kept calling me the Colfax, you know what I mean?
Right,
And I came back down to Colfax and I'm stuck ever since, but you know.
right.
But, you know, trying to get my shit together so I can get away and out of, you know, back to that life or whatever, you know what I mean? But it's been a rough road, but.
Right, so were you hustling on the facts or like,
Yeah, all that.
like, so what were you doing? Were you selling or?
Well, so I mostly just had houses, like, you know, people with apartments that go over there to take care of the old dude or the old girl, whatever, and, you know, and trap it up.
Right, right.
Just like that.
Right, because I know that also, like, you know, we'll get somebody to do whatever we're doing. We'll hope, we're praying that they smoke meth. Like, please let this dude smoke meth. So if they smoke meth, we'll jump up in the house.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We'll talk about the people over there, give them like a little bit of dope, give them like a little 40 real quick,
Yeah.
and then be in there chilling for like 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? You know that shit. But yeah, so I do.
I did it for years though, like, you know, years.
Right.
And I took care of the whole like little squad or crew, you know, they was hungry or whatever the fuck it is, you know, cold, whatever, come on. You know what I mean? And did it like that for a lot of years.
I know. See, I can make claim to that because I know when I first met you, you were taking care of 3 apartments at that time. And they were bandos. They were bandos though. They were bandos. But you would always go from top. You would take care of the cats up in there. You know what I mean? Taking care of cats in the bottom. Take care of people in the middle, and then take care of people in the bottom. So I can't contest that. I know that that's what you do. Like everybody seems to be. What I notice about you is that everybody seems to be drawn to you for some reason.
I'm telling you.
Like you can't get rid of them, or you know what I mean. But like if you move,
Day,
like,
you know what I'm saying?
so if you was to move to like Colorado Springs or something like that,
it would be 1 or 2 of them. Come on.
you surprise probably like everywhere you go, everywhere when I run into you again or whatever, no matter where it's at, you know, we're not gonna say where you're at now or where, but the past places where I used to run into check on you guys and see how you guys are doing. It'd be like the same cats. I'm like, bro, I didn't know you was over here. They got wind of it. They got wind and they're here now. So
You got that little CC with the wind. Let them come on, man. No.
so you had 3 kids, and you ever try to get back in their life, or?
Yeah, for a little bit. Then just I don't know, just wasn't ready or whatever. You know what I mean? So
Right.
yeah.
So you went from the lines to coke to smoking clear. How many years have you been doing that?
Probably about 10 or something, maybe.
About 10 years in?
8, 10, like that.
Right. So, were you just hustling to, so would you sell meth to smoke meth, or, were you doing, odd jobs,
Yeah, first I was doing, construction jobs here and there, painting jobs or whatever, you know what I mean? But on top of, selling whatever, you know what I mean? And, just basically just taking care of everybody in the neighborhood who was all out, whacked out,
Right.
Whatever.
So,
Bunch of characters.
So, what is the difference between Colfax now than from Colfax when you first started jumping out there?
It's a whole, the respect game was pretty okay. It needed work, but it's just destroyed now. Like, these young cats ain't got no respect for hardly nothing. Now,
Right.
if you got some big gold and some big Cadillacs, they respect the hell out of you.
Right.
But if anything other than that, they just like, oh, what you want? What up? They mugging and talking stuff. Hey, man, do you know who you even talking to? And do you care? Because you could be just wiped in a second with all that disrespectful stuff.
Right.
You know what I mean? And talking and beating their mamas up and cussing their mamas out and stuff like, damn, man, I don't care what your mama did, but you ain't got no right, no reason in the hell on this earth to say any of that stuff, do any of those things to your mom.
Right.
Because without her, your punk ass wouldn't even be here.
Right.
So I checked a lot of dudes about that disrespecting their mamas and all that old stuff. I'm like,
Right. I also noticed the girls out there hustling and shit like that without peas and shit. I noticed that they come to you when they need a place to go real quick, or you'll set them up over here. You know what I mean? It's just how people are just drawn to you. So it's is it the relationships that you have with these people? You're not really wanting to be screwing people over, you know what I mean? Because I know the biggest thing.
I always try to play it straight, you know what I mean, and without all that extra bullshit, because I hate that, you know what I mean?
Right.
If it's extra drama, hey man, that's not for me, man. I don't like that shit.
Right.
Extra drama shit. So I keep calm down everybody, keep them peaceful, get them back together and whatever the fuck it is,
Right.
and keep on pushing, you know what I mean?
Right.
Because you ain't got time for all that stuff, man.
Yeah, I noticed that too. You know what I mean? Cats are you'll have a spot. This is one of the main things that I remember that really always resonates with me. We'll have G-whips, right? And we'll take G-whips, and then no matter wherever you're living, there'll be 8, 10. I might have been blamed for maybe 6 of them. But there'll be 8 of them cars
Jimmy Graham, they took 12 cars out of the back of the parking lot today, and 5 or 6 of them was yours.
I don't know why everybody it just seemed like wherever you was at, wherever parking lot. I know you wasn't into G-whips. I know you wasn't out there getting cars and stuff like that. But they'd be what is it, your safe haven, or what is that today?
I don't know. They just knew that. I don't know. They come and just pretty much do whatever they want to do within limits. You know what I mean?
Right.
Nobody would really be messing with them.
Right.
You know what I mean? One time I kicked everybody out of Frank's house and let Fat Cat stay in the house because they had her sleeping in the hallway. When I came along, why you guys sleeping in the hallway like this? They kicked me out. They took my blah, 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 blah. So all right, well come on.
Right.
Took her in and said, hey all y'all got to get out.
Right.
You can't stay here. She's sleeping in the hallway. Y'all got to sleep in the hallway too.
And then you let her in.
And I let her in and kicked all of them out.
There's no honor. We lost a couple dudes last year from a young cat. You know what I mean?
About some bullshit. But yeah.
Right. Otto and
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Trouble.
And Trouble and Otto, and all in the news. And when people called me about that, I was hurt because them like them Colfax veterans, bro, and for them to go out like that, it's pretty crazy. So
Yeah.
that's that's the difference between the young cats and that. Like we respected our O's back then.
Yeah.
But nowadays there's no respect, and I think.
Yeah, I mean, it's like the kids is telling the parents what to do and shit. When I see that, it just irks me. I'm like, what you ought to do is you ought to whoop the shit out of that nigga, and then see how he act.
Right.
You know what I mean? And every time you think you about to want to do it, whoop the shit out of him just for thinking about it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Then he'll get right. You know what I'm saying? And then he'll grow up and he won't have that problem. He'll have some respect for somebody, and he'll know his manners and all that shit.
Right.
But
everybody wants
they
to be
just
hard.
let them run them over.
Right, but everybody wants to be hard, and everybody wants to be hard with Colfax.
Hey man,
and
being hard is not being hard like they think.
No.
You know that is nothing. You know what I mean? That's just some facade bullshit. You know what I'm saying? To be hard is what comes from the heart or whatever the fuck it is. To be hard, to stand up for your family or whatever the fuck it is or whatever.
Right.
To have a cause, die for something. You know what I mean? If that's what it is. But all that other stuff, that's Hollywood, blah blah blah. You know, I mean, there's something to trick your mind, so that the death rate of the young people can go up higher. You know, wipe their ass out, wipe out all the black Mexicans or whoever's on the street doing whatever. They ain't fucking around no more. They trying to wipe them out.
Right. I agree. So when I first got locked up, right when I got locked up, blues hit. It wasn't that bad at first. You know what I'm saying? Like you catch everybody that was on black, they switched over to it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I get out. You know what I mean? I'm in the halfway house, and it's like it really is an epidemic.
They flooded the streets with that shit. They ain't doing it flooding it too much now, but now they got this other shit coming out.
Which is? The fatty powder?
Horse tranquilizer shit.
Oh, yeah, so, yeah.
Whatever, and it's killing motherfuckers like instantly.
Right.
Like fucking pew.
My main thing now, so when I'm out there, when I'm like distributing food or like just running into people that I know out there or hanging out, I just see everybody just slumped over, bro. Like they're all on, and they got that foil, they slumped over with the foil in their hand and the straw hanging halfway out their mouth, you know what I mean?
I never Narcan and watered so many people and bring them back to life. I was like, damn.
Right. I had to do it.
You know what I mean? They like, put this up his butt. I'm not doing that. Okay? But I will get you an ice glass of this cold ass ice water and throw it right in your shit.
Right.
And he's like, he thought he was drowning. He came up out of that. You know what I mean? Then he kind of slunk back in, so I hit him with it again. Bam, come back out. You know what I mean? Right. The ice water is number one to me. That Narcan, honestly, you get some ice water and put them in. You know, you got to catch them if they're all the way gone and pretty much gone and under.
Right.
Well, you got to have to do all this. You know, do that. I had to do that the way, but he was gone for so long. It was just.
Wave.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what happened with that. Like Wave.
I thought it was like overdose because he did blues and then he did clear. You know what I mean? So that's probably what onset the heart attack because he died of a heart attack. So
is that what they said?
Yeah.
Well, he was healthy. Yeah. So
he was, but then he started messing with the blues and shit. So then he, you know.
Right.
Then he stopped messing with him for a minute, and then he moved over to 40th, and then met this one crazy chick, and then
she got him on blues. So
back on him, you know what I mean? Cause he was on him from down there cause they kicked us all out the apartment building. And we was sleeping camping out in the median for like the whole summer.
Right.
You know what I mean? With all our stuff, you know what I mean? We had a big tarp in the field at the old hospital over there, you know what I mean? But nobody would mess with it for the longest time.
But Wave was really hurt because he was one of he was one of the guys that really was helping out people. The hoes was getting beat up by the P's or whatever. He would bring them in and let them stay there tonight and shit like that. And so when I used to hang out with him and I used to talk to him, I'm like, bro, you're not fucking with them blues. And he would always tell me, like, I seen him 2 days before he died. And I was like, bro, you're not fucking with blues and shit like that. He was like, no, man, I was fucking smoke crack and meth. That's all I do.
Yeah.
And for him to go,
But he did, but then he stopped. And then so when I just got out the hospital and I came back to the building and knocked on the door and he didn't answer. So I said, he must be over that girl. So I told CC, wait right here. I'm gonna go down and get him. So I went down there and he was over there like, hey, what's up, man? Like, you know, he was cool. And then he's like, hey, I need to do this shot, so, but I tried, I couldn't get him, so he ended up doing it himself, but he was cool, you know what I mean? When I left, he was cool. He was like, I'll be over there in a minute, here's the keys. I said, all right, so I went on back over there. And then an hour later, she comes over there without him. Like, where Wade at? He's sleeping, he was real tired, he passed out. I said, let me go over there and check on him, because, so I went over there, and he's on the floor like that. I'm like, oh, man.
Rest in peace, Wade, man. He was a good dude. He was definitely a good dude. So, so what I'm trying to do is, like, first to help people out, is what I do is I go down there and I'm setting people up with All Health. I talked with them, and they said people I bring, they're gonna set them up with case managers and get you guys in some therapy. You know what I mean? You can do DA if you want. They'll help you out with that. They also help you out with housing. Get vouchers for that. It's not the pilots though. It's actually waiting for the housing and stuff like that. But they'll get you in the system to get ready for that. And so what I'm doing with that, and I would like to see if you want me to get you involved in that and help you get started with that. Because that's what, when I got out of the halfway house, that's what kept me on track, was committing that I had a problem and going through there.
Yeah, you did a remarkable recovery, like a remarkable change. You know what I mean?
Right.
I was like, wow.
Right. And I want the same thing for you guys.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
I don't want y'all out there like that. Like,
No.
Like the spot I picked you up from, I get better than that. And I think I can help you guys out. And that's what I want to do.
Yeah. Everybody need a little bit of help sometimes, so,
Right.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, and I'm here for you. And I'm always going to be there for you.
We go back, we do the thing.
Yeah.
I appreciate all the shit you do, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Well, I appreciate you, bro, for coming in.
No problem.
Thank you guys for tuning in. This is another episode of Colfax. Good night.